Hi everybody, this is a hot fusion flow, although my room isn't hot, so you definitely don't have to have a heated room to do a fusion flow. It's just that some studios do heat the room for this because it's a combination of some Hot 26 postures with Ashtanga. So it's really up to you if you want your room heated or not. My room right now is about 80, I have the doors open, it's about 85 degrees outside. So it's pretty ambient in here and I think it's plenty warm, so you can feel that out for yourself. All right, so thanks for joining me and we're going to get started. Come standing at the front of your mat. Just bring your feet and your heels together. Start to ground down through your balls of your feet. Spread your toes wide. Use this opportunity to find your center of energy. You can even move forward and back a little bit to see how your energy is shifting. And then find your center so that you can settle in. Using this opportunity also to center yourself for some of the balancing postures, which tend to be a little bit more challenging. Take a big breath in. Big sigh out. Just let it all go. Bring your hands to heart center. We'll start with one powerful Om. Inhale to prepare. Om. Inhale, reach your arms up. Press your palms together, look up. Exhale, slowly forward fold. This is your warm-up. Take it really slow. Inhale, halfway lift. Flatten your spine here. Pull your tailbone long. Exhale, plant your hands. Step to the back of your mat, coming into a high plank. Stay here for a moment as you pull your ribs in. Hug your sternum towards your spine. Lift through your pelvic floor. Roll your body weight forward just a little bit and slowly lower down with your elbows all the way into your ribs. Untuck your toes. Lift up for a baby cobra. Exhale, come down. Inhale, press up to a tabletop. Adjust your hands a little bit on your exhale and then take 3 rounds of cat-cows. Inhaling. Exhaling. Notice how on my cat I'm really pressing through the shoulder blades. On your cow, drop your belly button, look up. Exhaling, shoulder blades pull apart, navel to the spine, chin to the chest. Inhale, open up your chin, shoulder blades come together, drop your belly button, look up. Come back into neutral, tuck your toes, lift your hips for downward facing dog. Take a few moments here, find some comfort in your first down dog. Pedal your feet, open up your Achilles tendon, your calves. Opening up your hamstring and your spine here. Just move around any way that feels good. Take about 3 breath cycles here, warming up the spine, starting to fire the shoulders a little bit. If your heels are lifting a little bit, no worries, my heels don't come all the way down for my first few down dogs. I have tight hamstrings, so if you feel that in your own body, don't worry about it. Just take a moment, pedal out your feet, move your hips side to side, shake your head yes and no, whatever you feel like you need here. 1 more round of breath. You can also slightly bend the knees if that helps you get into this nice V shape with your body. Inhaling and exhaling. On your next inhale, come all the way up onto all 10 of your toes. Slowly start to walk your feet up to meet your hands. Try to keep your legs straight if possible so that you can stretch fully through your hamstrings. And on your exhale, forward fold. On your inhale, root all the way through your feet to rise up. Upward salute. Exhale, mountain pose. Savasana. Again, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Take your time, still warming up. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, step back, high plank. Hold here. Again, pull your ribs in, sternum to the spine. Press forward a tiny bit and then slowly lower down all the way to the belly. Untuck your toes, baby cobra. Exhale, press back, tabletop. Adjust your hands a little here if you need to, and then take 3 more rounds of cat-cow. We're just warming up the spine here, warming up the body. Should feel really nice. Really drop your belly down. Pull your shoulder blades together. And on your exhale, press back. Protract the shoulders. Pull your navel towards the spine and feel your low back. Notice if your spine is tight. Notice if it feels cranky or maybe even a little bit stiff. Using this opportunity to get some fluidity in your movement. If you want, you can shake your head or nod your hips. Anything you need to do. Move your hips. I said nod your hips. I meant nod your head. Move your hips side to side. Now tuck your toes. Lift your hips, downward facing dog. Notice if your down dog feels a little bit different. Try to find a V shape with your body here. Pressing back. Find some stillness now in this down dog. Melt your heart towards your upper thighs as you spread your fingers nice and wide. Bend your knees slightly if you need to find that V shape with the body that I mentioned earlier. Eventually your heels will touch. Sometimes I have to be really warmed up in order for my heels to touch to maintain the V shape and maintain the straight spine. If your spine is rounding like this, then you definitely should consider bending your knees so that you can maintain that shape for the down dog. Try to pull your shoulders away from your ears. Roll the eyes of your elbows inward. Take one more rounded breath here. In the nose. Stay strong. Out the nose. Connect with your Ujjayi breath here. And when you're ready, slowly come up onto all 10 of your toes. Just like you did before, walk your feet up to meet your hands. All the way up, straight legs, halfway lift. Forward fold. Good. Stay right here. Heel toe your feet apart a little bit. Wrap your peace fingers around your big toes. Take an inhale as you lift your heart, and on your exhale, forward fold. Again, opportunity to bend your knees as much as you need to here. Roll your body weight forward. Keep your arms active as you try to bend through the elbows to pull the crown of your head down toward the earth. Roll your body weight into the balls of your feet. Let your head hang. Hanging heavy here. You can nod the head. You can even move the hips a little bit. And again, notice my knees are bent. So if you feel any tightness through your hamstrings and it doesn't feel good to have the legs straight, then bend the knees so that you can straighten through the spine and then start to pull the crown of the head down. Take one more round of breath here. With each round of breath, you can try to straighten the legs even more. My legs definitely don't want to straighten yet. I'm still warming up, so I'm going to keep my knees bent. On my next inhale, half lift, flat back. As you exhale, take your hands underneath your feet, Padahastasana. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Fold it out. Again, bend the knees, straight legs, whatever you feel. Pull the shoulders away from your ears. Keep your arms active and strong. It may feel good here to give your wrists a little massage with your toes. Again, you can move your hips a little bit. You can nod your head. Whatever feels good to you. Just move. Just be. Just allow your body to warm up. That's why we're here. Lifting the hips a little more. If your hammies are shaking a little bit, that's also normal. On your next inhale, halfway lift, flat back. As you exhale, bring your hands to your waist. Slowly start to rise up. Make sure you suck your stomach in all the way up to protect your low back. And then exhale. Just breathe here. Keep your feet about hips width distance apart. Bring your arms up perfectly parallel to the floor. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, sit low. As if you're sitting into an imaginary chair underneath your seat. Try to arch your upper body back and pull the shoulders back over the hips. You can stick your booty back in this version. This is the Bikram yoga version of chair pose, awkward Utkatasana. Try to keep the same distance between your feet, knees, and hands. Pull the fingers long. Arms are active and engaged. Take an inhale, slowly rise up. Come all the way up onto your toes, as high as you can go. Take a moment here. Suck your stomach in, activate everything. Focus, concentrate, and meditate. Now slowly start to lower down right back into your chair, right where you were, but stay high on the toes this time. Keep the same distance between the feet, knees, and the hands. Make sure everything stays really active. Sit down to the chair, but don't go below the chair. Just keep your booty right in the chair. Hang on to it. Thighs are burning. You can do it. Slowly start to come out and then lower your heels. Last set here. Come 1 inch under the ball of the feet. Squeeze your knees, squeeze your inner thighs. Keep your chest up, shoulders back, and slide all the way down. So you're sliding down like you're sliding on an imaginary wall. So you're trying to keep the shoulders back, shoulder blades pressing into the wall. Suck your stomach in and squeeze and lift through your pelvic floor here to keep your balance. Once you get down, make sure your booty is off the hips, or the booty is off the heels a little bit. So you want to lift through your hips Keep everything really active, and I'm about to fall forward and backwards because I'm talking a lot. That's okay. If you fall out of it, no worries. Stay seated. You can even bounce a couple times, check your balance, and then slowly come up. Try to keep your chest up, shoulders back, all the way up. Open up your legs, release, and step in. Take an inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Notice if your spine is warming up. Exhale, step back, high plank. This time lower halfway down, chaturanga. Inhale, see if you can roll over your toes into an upward dog. Shoulders back, look up. And on your exhale, downward facing dog. Take a moment here, take a breath. Notice if your spine is starting to warm up. Notice if you can straighten your legs a little more now, or your heels may be coming down a little bit closer to the earth. On your next inhale, slowly start to walk your hands all the way back to meet your feet. Stay here. Take a moment. Inhaling. Exhaling into a nice forward fold. Slowly start to rise all the way up. Suck your stomach in. Ground down at the back of the mat. Bring your feet together. Take an inhale. Interlace all 10 of your fingers. Release your pointer fingers. Stretch your body long like you're reaching up out of your waist. I'm going to turn this way so you can see me. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, bend your body to the right. Ardha Chandrasana, half moon pose. So this is a half moon crescent shape that you're trying to make with your body. Try to keep your shoulders and your chest up. You may need to pull the left hip slightly forward here. You can also pull the right shoulder forward so that you can go deeper into the stretch. Keep your arms by your ears. Try to keep your chest opening up like a flower petal blooming. Go down and push, 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 and change back to center. Reach up. Big inhale here. Exhale to the left. Couple breaths here so you can make the same adjustments on this side. You can pull the left shoulder forward now. You may need to pull the right hip forward. It doesn't really matter. If you don't have a mirror, don't worry. I have a mirror here, but I can't really see myself in it. So I'm not too worried about body alignment. I'm just trying to stretch. I'm trying to open up my chest, keep my chest open like the flower petal blooming analogy that we like to use. So keep going down. One more round of breath. Inhale. Exhale, slowly come back. Back bend. So you're going to drop your head. I'll turn back this way. You're going to drop your head, relax, and slowly, as if you're drawing a line on the ceiling, go back like you're reaching back toward the wall behind you. Take 2 rounds of breath. In the nose, out the nose. Slowly start to come out. Very slowly, mindfully. Fold forward. And stay right where you are. From here, you're going to bring your hands behind your heels. Bend your knees if you need to. Place your belly right on your thighs. So you're scooping the fingers underneath the heels. Bring the elbows back behind the shins. Suck your stomach in. Start to pull with your hands as you lift your hips. Eventually, the legs will straighten again. You guys know I have tight hamstrings because I've already mentioned that a couple times. So it's very difficult for me to get my legs straight in this posture. But I'm not really worried about that. I'm worried more about getting a nice stretch here. The key to this stretch is the pull. So you're pulling hard with the hands. Pull the shoulders away from your ears more. Roll your body weight forward. And then keep lifting the hips. You're trying to sandwich your body here. So you're trying to press the forehead into the shins. Belly right on the thighs. So it's much better to have the belly on the thighs and stretch safely through the hamstrings as opposed to something like this where the belly's off the thighs. So you want to really pull it all in. Get a nice grip. One more round of breath. In the nose. Out the nose. Slowly release your hands, coming back into a halfway lift. You all are at the back of your mat, so you're going to start to walk your hands straight out this time, back into your high plank. Lower down halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 1 round of resting breath here. Eventually your down dog will become your resting pose. Notice if your body is starting to open up. Now we're going to start moving a little bit more here through our flow. On your next inhale, lift your right leg up behind you. Pull your knee to the nose, engage your core, and step your foot in between your hands. Very slowly and mindfully rise up into a high crescent. So if your low back is feeling a little bit cranky, you can come forward a little bit and then take your time coming into the high crescent lunge, which is a little bit of a back bend. Try to straighten through the back leg, lifting up through the chest, like you're trying to make more space between the hips and the ribs. Reach up like you're reaching up out of your waist. Interlace your 10 fingers. Release the pointer fingers. Inhale, and on your exhale, bend your body to the right. So Ardha Chandrasana, same thing we did before, but now we're in the balance, so it's a little bit more challenging. Take one more round of breath here. In the nose. Stay with it. Exhale. Good. Now inhale back to the center. Exhale to the left. One more round of breath. Keep everything active here. In the nose. Out the nose. Inhale back to the center. Now cactus open this time for the back bend. Inhale back up. And then exhale, take your flow. So you're flowing through your vinyasa now. You can move one movement, one breath into your up dog and back into the down dog. Stay here. One round of breath. In the nose. Out the nose. On your next inhale, lift your left leg high behind you. Pull your knee to the nose. Ninja style, no noise. Step it through. All the way up in between the hands. Take it slow. Take your time lifting up into the first high crescent on the left side. Again, if your low back is cranky or tight, take it slow. You can even stay forward a little bit here. Reach up like you're reaching up out of your waist. Come high on the ball mound of your right foot. You can have your stance as wide as is comfortable. Try to straighten through your back leg. Bring your fingers together and release them. Release the pointer fingers. Inhale, and on your exhale to the left. One more round of breath. In the nose. Out the nose. Stay with it. Inhale back to the center. Exhale to the right. Inhale. Keep your chest open. Exhale, left shoulder up and back. Inhale back to the center. Exhale, cactus for the back bend. Inhale back up. And exhale, flow. If you want to up level, lift the back leg up a little bit as you flow through into your upward dog. Back into your down dog. When you're flowing through your vinyasa, always remember, you can come to the belly if you want to, and take a baby cobra. If you want to up level it, then you can come into chaturanga, up dog, down dog, like I just showed you. You can always drop down to the tabletop when you need to. Take one more round of breath here. In the nose, out the nose. On your next inhale, lift your right leg high behind you. Pull the knee to the nose, step it through, rise all the way up, high crescent lunge. Feel the low back. Now this time you're going to wrap your right arm underneath the left. Eagle arms. Take an inhale, get a nice compression here, and as you exhale, fold into it, humble your eagle. So you're opening up the inner thighs on the right side, suck your stomach in. If you can get your right shoulder to fall onto the left side of your right thigh, that would be great. If that's not comfortable, then you can rest the shoulder on the thigh. One round of breath here. Just let your head hang heavy. Send some love into your quads here. I know they're working really hard. And then on your next inhale, slowly rise up, all the way up. Unwind your arms. Feel the energy moving through the shoulders, through the joints, and take your flow. Again, if you want to up level, lift the right leg up as you flow through your vinyasa, however you want to do it. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left side, lift your left leg high to the sky. Pull your knee to the nose, step it through. Rise up, high crescent lunge. Eagle arms left side. So the left arm swings under the right. Grasp your hands together if you can. You can also clasp them, pressing the hands, trying to get a nice compression through the joints, through the shoulder blades. On your exhale, fold into it. Humble your eagle and see if you can get the left shoulder to come to the inside of the left thigh. Suck your stomach in, keep your legs active. Everything is firing here. See if you can drop your head and relax your head. Let it all go. Just stretch it out. It should feel so good. Slowly rise back up. This is challenging balance here. Unwind the arms. Feel the energy moving now through the left side. And then hands down. Take a flow. Inhaling. Exhaling. Good work. Take an inhale. Resting breath here. Body is starting to warm up now. I'm feeling the heat for sure. Stay for your exhale. On your next inhale, come all the way up onto your toes. Walk your feet up to meet your hands, coming into a halfway lift, and on your exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise all the way up. Tall, strong mountain. Exhale, Samasthiti. Inhale, arms up. Eagle pose, full eagle now. Swing your right arm underneath your left. I'm going to turn this way so you can see me. Press your palms together or interlace your fingers, whatever you can do. You can also hug yourself here, no problem. Whatever your body will allow you to do. And then you're going to sit low. Once you're down, then you can lift the right leg up. Start to wrap your right foot around the left shin. And then try to center everything into the midline of your body as you pull your fingers down below your nose. So as you inhale, lengthen your spine, and as you exhale, sit lower. Pull your knee to the right and your torso to the left. Try to stabilize the posture as much as you can. If you're wobbly, sit down lower. You can also use your right foot as a kickstand. If your foot isn't wrapping all the way around your shin, don't worry. Just point the toe in the direction that you want it to go. Sit down one more time, and then release. Arms up. Good. Left side. Same thing. This is a really good compression posture. You're working all major joints here. So you have 7 major joint locations, 14 major joints, all being worked in this posture. So take your time moving into it. There's no rush. Lift the left leg up, wrap it around as best you can, and point the toes in the direction that you want them to go. Keep your chest up, shoulders back. Pull your elbows down and get your fingers down below your nose. Arch your upper body back a little bit more. Pull your knee to the left more. Feel the hips starting to open up. Everything is firing here. Feel the right quadricep really working. Sit down one more time. Inhale, come all the way up and flow. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant the hands, take it back. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now we're going to start to work on some transitions next through a couple of the postures that we've already worked on, and then we're going to move into a couple new postures. So listen carefully for the changes and listen for the cues. And if you fall out of these balances and transitions, don't worry at all. Just do the best you can and just get right back in whenever you can. On your next inhale, lift your right leg high behind you. Pull your knee all the way to the nose, step it through, no noise, rise up. Stay here, high crescent lunge. Now you're going to come off to the right foot. You're going to swing the right arm under and step up, bringing the left foot up and around back into your eagle pose. So you're on eagle left side now. You're pulling the fingers down in front of your nose. Take one more round of breath here. Stay with it. Find your drishti, find your focus. And then on your next inhale, slowly make your way into a warrior 3, eagle arms. So for your warrior 3, you're trying to get your left leg eventually parallel to the floor, but that doesn't matter so much. Flex your left toes towards your face. Body comes down as the leg comes up so that you look like a capital T from the side. If you need to release your eagle arms, that's okay, no problem. Otherwise, keep the eagle arms. Now slowly start to release your eagle arms, bringing your arms out in front of you. Full expression of your warrior 3. Slowly come back into your high crescent lunge. Exhale, flow. So much work on your right foot. Downward facing dog. So you know what's coming now, so let's do it on the other side. Lift the left leg high behind you. Pull the knee to the nose. Rise up, high crescent. So this time, you're going to come off the left foot. Press into the left foot. As you swing the left arm under the right, rising all the way up, bring your right leg up and around. Pull fingers down for the eagle pose. Try to line it all up into the midline, and then we're going to slowly transition into the warrior 3. It's a very challenging transition. Try to find your focus here. Inhaling, slowly move into your warrior 3. Try to keep your eagle arms if you can. If you need to let them go, that's okay too. Inhaling. Exhaling in the nose, out the nose. Make sure you're breathing. Try to square your right hip down a little bit. Really ground through the left foot. Spread your left toes wide. If you want to up level, you can release the arms and bring the arms out in front of you for full expression of your warrior 3. And then bend the left knee, step back, high crescent. Press your hands into the earth and flow. Relax your breath, relax your face. We're going to add on to that flow so you know a little bit about what's coming now. I'll cue you through the remainder of the postures as we add on. Inhale, lift your right leg high behind you. Pull the knee to the nose, step it through, rise all the way up, high crescent lunge. Swing your right arm underneath your left, press into your right foot, eagle pose, left side. Stay with me. Inhale, you can do this. Sit lower on the exhale. Good. On your next inhale, come in through your warrior three, stay here. Keep your eagle arms. Keep the eagle arms the whole time if you can. And then when you're ready, bend into your right knee, come all the way back up. Keep the left leg bent 90 degrees. Release your arms. Bring your arms up overhead. Extend out through the left leg. Reach forward. Grab hold of the foot and stretch your left leg long. Pull your left toes back towards your face. If you want to up level, you can bring the elbows down here. Keep looking forward at the toes. Keep looking forward. Keep everything solid. Lifting back up. Releasing, coming back through your warrior three. One more time. Step back, high crescent lunge. Exhale down and float. And we'll do that all on the other side. Take your time. Find your breath. Inhale. Lift your left leg high. Pull your knee to the nose. Step it through. Rise up. High crescent. Slowly bring your left arm underneath your right. Eagle arms. Pressing into the left foot. Rise up. Eagle pose. Make it count. This is the last eagle of your practice. Lots of shoulder compression here. Lots of opening of the joints. Slowly and mindfully unwind your leg, coming into your warrior three with your eagle arms. Keep your eagle arms here as you lift back up. Bend your left knee slightly if you need to. Coming into the 90-degree angle with the right leg as you reach up with your arms. Kick into your right foot. Lift the leg. Reach forward. Notice this is a variation of the Bikram standing forward to knee. Flex your toes towards your face. Straighten the right leg if you can. Left leg must be straight as you lower the elbows down. Slowly come up. Coming back through your warrior three. Back through your high crescent. Very challenging transitions here. Exhaling down. Take your flow. And I definitely am breaking a sweat now. Hopefully you are too. Inhaling. Exhaling. Stay here. Take a little rest. In the nose. Out the nose. Try to use your downward dog now as your resting pose. I'm noticing now that it's much easier to keep my legs straight. My heels are now grounding. Press back to my shoulders. So everything is really starting to open up much more here in my body. On your next inhale, listen carefully. Step forward, right foot. Lower your back knee. Rise up. Anjaneyasana. Exhale, cactus open for a tiny back bend. Should feel so good. Inhale, press your palms. Exhale, plant the hands. Stay here. Come up onto the back knee. Rock forward and back a little bit. Heel toe the right foot out. Bring the hand in between or on the left side of your foot. Lizard lunge. We're only here for 2 breaths. If you want to drop back down to the knee, that's fine. You can also lower your forearms if you're feeling warmed up enough. This is just a nice hip opener. Feel it out. You can even rock a little bit in your lizard lunge if that feels good. One more slow rounded breath here. Take your time. Enjoy this rest as your hip is really opening. Relax your face. Soften your throat. Slowly bring your foot back in. Spider crawl your hands to the center of your mat. Inhaling, half lift. And on your exhale, fold. Stay here. You can do Ashtanga style with your hands on the floor. You can do Bikram yoga style where you're grabbing the outer edges of your feet or your heels. Wherever you want to be is fine. You're trying to pull the crown of your head down. If you're doing the Bikram style, we typically say forehead to the floor. Either way, it doesn't really matter. Roll the weight into the balls of your feet. Pull your shoulders away from your ears. And slowly start to come into a straight spine. Even if it means you have to lift up, that's okay. On your next inhale, come into a halfway lift. And as you exhale, slowly start to spider crawl your hands back to the front, coming back into your low runner's lunge. Now step up with the left foot, ground through the left heel, and come into pyramid pose. So your pyramid pose here is going to have a straight front leg and as straight of a spine as you can muster. So it might be difficult for you to fold all the way forward without compromising the spine, and that's okay. You can use blocks. Try to pull your heart long, heart forward. Tailbone is long, hips are squared, and then you're going to slowly try to lower into it with a straight spine. One more round of breath here. In the nose, out the nose. Chin to the shin. Now slowly come back through your runner's lunge. Crawl your hands all the way to the back of your mat. Come back into your low runner's lunge on the other side. Rock forward and back a couple times if it feels good. Then we're going to drop to the back knee, lift up, Ashtanga, palms up. Exhale for that cactus back bend that we took on the other side. Now we're facing the different direction here. Hands down. Come back up onto the right foot. Heel toe the left foot out. Lizard lunge on the left. And you can feel free to drop the back knee if you want to, or you can stay high. Just do whatever feels good to you. One more slow round of breath. Let your hips start to open up here. If you relax your jaw more, the hips will start to open up even more. Try to relax into the space here, into your hip space. Open it up. Now slowly heel toe the foot back in, coming back into your low runner's lunge. Spider crawl your hands back to the center. Wide angled forward fold. Once again, try a different variation with the arms this time. Maybe the hands are on the floor. Inhale into a halfway lift. And on your exhale, fold. Option here for headstand. So you can come into your headstand from your split legs if that feels good. Wherever you are, 3 breaths. If you're in your headstand, really balance it. Focus here. This is your restorative part of your practice. Getting upside down is so good for your circulatory system. One more round of breath in the nose. Out the nose. Slowly lower your legs. Come all the way back. Spider crawl your hands back. One more time. Step forward, right foot, pyramid pose. So again, pull your right hip forward so that your hips are nice and square. Pull the tailbone long and lift your heart. So it doesn't matter, even if you're up here. Maybe I need blocks to keep my back straight. That's okay, you can use blocks. Try to pull the chin toward the shin as you stretch the hamstrings. And it's okay if your hands aren't touching the floor. Try to keep the right hip squared forward. Take one more inhale. Exhale. Slowly bend into the left knee. Spider crawl all the way back to the front of your mat. Step up, left foot, sit low, chair pose. Ashtanga style chair here. So you're going to sit low, shoulders over the hips. Take an inhale. As you exhale, sit a little bit lower. Suck your stomach in, slightly tuck your tailbone. Shoulders away from the ears. One more round of breath. You can do it. Exhale, forward fold. Should feel really nice. Release. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, lower halfway. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Feel free to drop to a child's pose at this point in the practice if you need a rest. You can have some water. Anytime you need water, take it. We're going to have a couple of resting breaths here in our down dog. Notice how your body has shifted or changed. Notice if you feel any different than you did at the beginning of class. I'm definitely warmed up. My heart rate is up for sure. When you're ready, one more round of breath. We're going to come all the way back up onto the toes again, just like we've been doing. So feel it out, take your time, and then lift up onto all 10 of your toes, inhaling, exhaling, slowly walk your feet all the way beneath the hands. Perhaps your hands stay flat on the floor this time. Halfway lift, exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart center. Take a resting breath. On your next inhale, bring your arms up. Exhale, lower your right arm down. Inhale, grab the inside of your right ankle. And exhale, come into a standing bow. So kick into it, kick up, kick back. Feel your foot kicking into your hand as it pushes your body down. Find a drishti out in front of you. It doesn't really matter how high your leg gets. Just open up your spine and keep your right shoulder pulling behind the left. 2 shoulders in one line, And then you can start to bring your belly button and torso down, and you continue to kick into the foot. One more round of breath. Kick, 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 and slowly come out. Lower your left hand down. Take a breath. Feel your heart rate here. Inhale up. Exhale, left arm down. Inhale, grab the inside of your left ankle. And exhale, very slowly. Start to kick up and kick back. Arch your spine open. Feel the left shoulder opening up here as you allow the kick into the left hand to push the body down. So we're trying not to rush it here. Try to keep the knee behind you if you can. Bring the belly button and the torso closer to the earth as the left shoulder opens up more. One more full round of breath. Kick, 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 and slowly come out. Release. Take a resting breath in the nose, out the nose. On your next inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale. Maybe you want to hop back this time. There's a dog behind you. Be careful. Inhale, upward dog. Speaking of dogs, right? Exhale, downward facing dog. One more round of flow. We're going to put some postures together. On your inhale, lift your right leg high behind you. Pull the knee to the nose. Step it through. Low runner's lunge. Rise all the way up. High crescent lunge. Really feel the work in your right thighs on all of these amazingly challenging lunges here. Inhaling, reach up, stretch long. Now as you exhale, bring the hands down. Step forward, left foot, forehead to knee. This is very similar to our pyramid pose, but this time we want the forehead to press into the knee. If you want to go full expression here, you bring your palms together and cross your thumbs. If you need to open up your hands for some balance, that's okay. That might also help you straighten through the right leg to get the forehead to the knee. Keep the knee bent if you need to. Try to square your hips by pulling the left hip forward, right hip up, and just enjoy. Keep everything active. Shoulders away from the ears. Slow and mindful. You can do it. When you're ready, start to straighten through your right leg. Bring your palms back together. Slowly come up, suck your stomach in all the way. You're going to turn to the back of your mat and do the other side. Straight down on the other side. Keep your left leg straight as you go into the pose. And then see where you are. And then bend the knee and see if you can keep the hands together for the balance. Or if you need to open up your hands, that's okay too. Press the forehead into the knee. If your hands are open, that might give you the opportunity to straighten through the left leg, pressing the forehead into the knee. Suck your stomach in. Pull your right hip forward. Keep pressing the forehead into the knee. This is working your endocrine system, the glands that are associated with your throat, your thyroid, and your parathyroid. So we want to get that nice deep compression. We call it throat choke. Those are the benefits from the pose. And then slowly, you're going to come out, suck your stomach in, all the way up. We're going to turn all the way back around to the front of the mat. Step up and release. Inhale, bring your arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back, lower down halfway. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. On your inhale, step forward, right foot. Stay in your low lunge here. When you're ready, slowly and mindfully come back into the forehead to knee. Right back into the forehead to knee. So we're doing this one twice today, and we're going to flow through this into some other postures. Keep the forehead pressing into the knee, even if it means that your knee is bending. That's really no problem. A lot of people think that it's cheating if your knee is bending, and it's actually not. It's cheating if the forehead isn't on the knee. So keep pressing the forehead into the knee. It's really no problem to do that. And then when you're ready, slowly start to crawl the paws back into the wide-angled forward fold. We've been here before. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. So notice now that your feet are not so wide, and this is intentional on my part. Before, our legs were really wide because we came into it from that low runner's lunge. But now we're coming into it from forward to knee, so we only have a 3 feet distance, and I want you to notice how your body is starting to open up. Can you straighten your spine more, lengthening through the spine, pulling your crown of the head down toward the earth. Inhaling, exhaling. You may want to try to wrap the peace fingers around the big toes, Ashtanga style here. Coming into it one more time. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, crawl the hands around. Forehead to knee, left side. Press the forehead into the knee. We're not going to hold it as long as the first set. So take a moment here and see if you can refine the posture from the first time you did it. Repetition is key, right? Repetition is the most important part of our yoga practice so that we can feel how our muscles are opening up. So take one more round of breath here to really press the forehead into the knee. Slowly, mindfully, try to straighten the left leg if you can. And then bring the hands back into the center. Narrow stance, forward fold. So wide angle again, but not quite as wide. Feel the hips starting to open up here. You can do whatever you want with your arms. You can even take a little twist here. This feels really nice. Reach your right arm up. So good. Bring it back down. Lift your left arm up. Bring it back down. And then slowly crawl the hands around, coming into your low runner's lunge once again. Inhale, rise all the way up. High crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, keep the knee bending as you reverse. So challenging. Exhale, warrior 2. And then come into your Bikram triangle, Trikonasana. Reach the left arm up. Press the right elbow into the right knee, opening up the hip a little bit here. Suck your stomach in. Pull the left shoulder up and back like spine twist. And breathe. Reach up. Enjoy the pose. Slowly come back through your warrior 2. Straighten your right leg. Triangle pose, Ashtanga style. Whatever you want to do with your right hand is fine. Contract your right thigh a whole lot and try to pull your right hip in as if you're trying to fit your body between 2 narrow panes of glass. So you're trying to open up the hips here so you can lift the hand up a little bit, hover the arm, keep your shoulders in one line. If you're flexing enough, you may be able to wrap your peace fingers around your big toe, reaching up. Pressing through your right foot, slowly rise up, all the way up. Reverse your triangle. Come back through your warrior 2. Cartwheel the arms. You can take a handstand hop here if you want. Little handstand. Hold it if you want to. Coming down to the chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Find your breath here. Very challenging postures that we're working on. Inhaling. Exhaling. And we're going to do that on the other side. Lift your left leg up behind you. Pull your knee to the nose. Step it through. Stay low. Stay low in the runner's lunge and then very slowly rise up. All the way up. High crescent. Open it up, warrior 2. Suck your stomach in. Sit low. Try to get your left knee over the ankle. Inhale. Reverse or exalt the warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Keep everything really strong, really active. And from here, you're going to come back up into your warrior 2. Exalt, keep the left knee bent. Nice. Bikram triangle. Take the left elbow in front of the left knee. Press the elbow into the knee. Lift up through your right arm. Try to get your shoulders in one line. And eventually the left fingers will hover exactly in between the big toe and the second toe. Stay with it. One more round of breath. Enjoy the pose. Stay for the exhale. Inhale, warrior 2. Exhale, reverse. Inhale, triangle pose. So same thing as we did on the other side with the triangle. You may need to walk your back foot in a little bit. That felt a little bit better for me, so feel it out. Your left hand can rest right on your shin. You can also hover the left hand, no problem. Grab the big toes if that feels good. Keep trying to pull the left hip in as if you're trying to fit your body in between two panes of glass. One more round of breath here. Stay with it. Spread your left toes wide. Engage your left quads. And on your next inhale, exalt your triangle. Reverse it. Exhale, warrior two. Cartwheel the arms. Perhaps you want to do another handstand kick here. And then flow. You can practice your handstands there, holding them if you want. It's up to you. Play around with that and feel it out. Inhaling. Exhale. Find your ujjayi. On your next inhale, body roll forward, high plank. Lower all the way down to the belly. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, come down. Bring your arms behind you. We're going to come into Lotus next. So we're going to walk the arms underneath the legs. Bring your feet and your heels all the way together. Relax your legs. Your chin is on the mat. Contract your right thigh and lift your right leg up. Try to get it to a 45-degree angle. You're working the muscles in the low back now. So stretch your leg long, straighten through the leg, point the toe, and release. Good. Contract your left thigh, lift the left leg up. Straighten your leg, point your toe. Try to relax through your face and your upper torso, but keep your legs really strong and slowly lower down. Now look down like you're kissing your towel. Lift up both legs. Hold it for 3, 2, 1, and release. Good work. Wiggle that out a little bit if you need to. You can windshield wash your legs side to side. That's a big one. Your heart rate is probably coming up a little bit now. That's normal. On your next inhale, bring your arms out like a T. Take a little rest here if you need to. And then when you're ready, look up and lift up. Chest and feet come off the floor. Your arms are out like wings, like a bird flying through the sky. Lift up, look up, and slowly come down. On your next inhale, bend your knees, reach back, grab hold of your feet. Stay here, take a moment, and then when you're ready, inhale, look up, lift up, coming into your bow. Stay here, keep kicking, keep kicking, keep kicking. Now, roll to the right, coming into a side bow. Keep the position of your bow, keep everything really active. Keep your head strong here. Inhaling, stay for the exhale. Inhale back to the center. Exhale to the other side. One full round of breath here. Keep everything active. Keep the integrity of your bow pose here. Keep the head the same as it would be in your bow. Slowly come back to the center. Lift up one more time. Can you go a little bit deeper? Feel the depth of the posture. Inhaling and exhaling. Come down. Rest your right cheek on the mat and take a little break here. Feel free to windshield wash your legs if you need to. Side to side, whatever you need to do. One round of resting breath. On your next inhale, slowly start to push yourself up. Come up to the front of your mat. Sit down. Open up your feet to a V and bring the booty down to the floor. You can stay right here. If your seat doesn't touch the floor and it's lifting, that's okay too. Put a block underneath your seat. That's no problem. Now you can stay right here, or if you want to go deeper into the pose, grab your feet and lay down. Keep your knees from lifting off the floor. So if your knees start to lift up, open them up a little bit and try to put them back down on the floor. If you can't do that, if your knees are still lifting with your legs open, then it's probably a sign that perhaps you need a block underneath you, or maybe just not lay back. Either way is fine. Just feel it out. Listen to your body. If you're down and it's comfortable and your shoulder blades are resting on the earth, then you can bring your arms up overhead, grab your opposite elbows, tuck your chin, and breathe. In the nose. Out the nose. Slowly start to make your way out. Coming up, protecting everything by using the elbows. Come up into your hero pose. Take a breath and relax. In the nose, out the nose. Camel poses next. We'll do 2 sets, 2 variations. So I'm going to fold my mat over. You may want to do that too. You're going to come up onto your knees. We're going to do regular camel first. And feel free to tuck your toes under if you like. Press forward with your hips and your belly. Take your hands to the small of your back. Drop your head, relax, and breathe. If you want to go deeper, then you can start to bring the hands to the heels. I have my toes tucked under, but if you're already super flexy and your spine is open, then feel free to try it with your feet flat. It's up to you. Wherever you want to go is fine. 3 rounds of breath. In the nose, out the nose. Slowly start to come up. Exhale down and breathe. Just relax. Take a moment. All right, second set. This time we're going to do Ashtanga style. This is a different posture, but it's similar to camel. So the way this looks, I'll demo first, is you're going to lean back and you're going to grab hold of your ankles or your shins and try to bring the head back to the floor. Pressing back up through, really activating the quads and the inner thighs to come back up. If you go back too far and you lose the activation, you'll fall back. I'm going to show you what that looks like just so you're not super scared if it happens to you. It's really no big deal. And then you end up kind of in that fixed firm pose, which is why we did that pose first. That's where you end up if you end up falling. So don't worry about that too much. What we worry about is learning how to really activate through the front of the quads and through the pelvic floor, inner thighs. Everything is really active here. So we want to make sure that we only go back as far as we can until we can press ourselves back up. So let's try it again. And whatever you do, try for 3 times. So we're going to lean back, grab hold, and press back up. So hard, right? Good job. Try it 2 more times. 3 times total. You're really going to feel the activation of your quads in that pose. Try it once more. Doesn't matter. You don't even have to go back to your legs. You can just do like a camel and then press forward if that feels good. And then when you come back up, kiss your quads because they're probably on fire, right? And then press back, high plank, down dog. One final power posture here. We're going to come into crow pose. There's 2 ways to get into crow pose. Well, really 3, but one way is to step up into like a yogi squat, okay? And then get the knees into the armpits and lift up. Okay, so that's one way. Another way is to jump into it. So that's the up level. So let me see if I can do it today. Some days I can do it, some days I can't. So we're going to try to jump straight into our crow. So you can play around with this, and you can move into your crow, or you can watch me try to jump into it and see if you want to give that a go. Almost. My feet touched a little bit. That's okay. And notice how my crow's a little different, right? Because my knees are now kind of wrapped to the outside of my elbows. And that's okay too. And then you can hold the crow for a moment and then jump back to your chaturanga. Inhale up dog. Exhale down dog. Wherever you are in your crow, try to hold it for a few breaths. Play around with that. You have a couple of moments here. If you want, you can come into your malasana, yogi squat, and stay right here. There's no obligation to move into the crow unless you just want to. This is a really great hip opener here as well. If you want to move into the crow from here one more time, just to try it, press into your hands and just lift the hips up and get the hips nice and high. Once you do that, then the elbows are going to be in the armpits. And then you're going to move into the fuller variation of crow. So notice when I jumped into it, my knees were on the outside of my arms. Now my knees are higher, and I'm lifting the hips, the feet up to the hips, and I'm lifting through my hips, and eventually straightening to the arms. So just play around with that, stretch it out, and then we'll take one more Vinyasa flow, meeting back in down dog. Inhale. Exhale. We're going to move into staff pose. So bend your knees, travel through to your seat, activate your toes, staff pose. Breathe. In the nose, out the nose. Take an inhale as you reach your arms up, and as you exhale, forward fold. This is going to counter those back bends that we did. And crow also is considered to be a forward fold. So crow is also countering your back bends. Stay here for 3 rounds of breath. In the nose, out the nose. Stretch it out. It should feel really good. 2 more. You can bend the knees again if you need to. We did a lot of forward folding at the beginning of class. Standing. Now you're seated, so see if you can go a little deeper into the fold. Slowly inhale, roll up 1 vertebrae at a time. Cross your right foot over your left. Take your left arm up and around. See if you can take the left shoulder around the right knee. You can grab hold of the foot or the leg, and then we're going to twist around. Maybe take a little bind here. The left hand can also be here. This is a great place for the left hand. No need to try for this crazy bind unless you just want to. You can also hug. This is a really nice twist. This is just a final spinal twist to close out today. We're going to end with a tiny bit of core work, so give yourself a nice cleansing twist. Wring out the spine. Slowly come back to the center. Release, other side. Take your right arm up this time. Hook the right shoulder to the other side of the left thigh. You can also hug yourself. Another option, just like I mentioned. You can try for the bind if you want to go there. I'm not going to go there today, but you can if you want to. You can also try to grab the foot. So notice here when I grab my foot, I'm kind of sinking into my shoulder a little bit. So that tells me that I don't need to go there. Grow the spine long first, then twist more. And you can use the strength of the elbow or the arm to twist around and look over the left shoulder. Suck the stomach in. Oh, feels so good. Release and relax. Shake the legs out. Whew, yeah. Those spine twists can be really intense. They're great to close the practice. Come back through your staff pose. Activate everything. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, lower down very slowly, 1 vertebrae at a time. Nice and slow. Almost finished. Lift the legs up over the hips. Activate your legs. Flex your toes towards your face. Press into your hands. Keep your arms straight, shoulders away from the ears as you lower your right leg down to a hover and then lift it back up. Lower your left leg down and lift it back up. Let's do that 5 more times on each side. You can inhale down and exhale up, or you can exhale down and inhale up. That's really up to you. Connecting with the breath here. 4 more on each side. You have an option here to up-level this. If you want to bring the hands behind your head, interlace the fingers and lift up. And then you're doing a little bit more core work here. It's all good for you, wherever you want to be. Take your time, move slowly as if you're moving through jello. Yeah. Feel the burn there. Feel the activation of the core. Last one. If you're feeling energetic, you can do a few of these. If you have the energy left. And then when you're ready, pull your knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a big hug. Rock side to side on your low back. Pull the knees in so tight you really feel a nice compression through your lower abdominals. And you can take a happy baby here if that feels good. If you need another posture to close your practice, there's so many options of what you can do here to close out. You can do happy baby. You can do shoulder stand, coming into plow, ear pressure, and back out. You can take an inverted staff if you need one more restorative posture. Just anything that's calling for you, I invite you to take that now to close your practice any way that you see fit. A nice supine twist might also feel really good this evening. You can relax through the twist. Breathe in, breathe out. Switching sides. One more moment here for you to explore any posture that is still calling for you today. Come on out of that whenever you're ready. And find your final resting Savasana. Please give yourself at least 10 slow breaths in your Savasana. Always remembering that your Savasana is the most important part of your practice, always. Thank you all so much for joining me. Have a great day. Namaste. Thank you all. I hope you feel good, and I will see you soon.